Hello, welcome back to Blender Sushi Live. Today we're going to be doing 3D therapy using AI once again, and our topic for today is going to be surrealism. Okay, so I'm going to show you how I created this kind of visual art, or it could be like a concept art. It might trigger something, but it's basically like a human face or some kind of face made of random fruits. Okay, this one was actually inspired by Giuseppe Arcimboldo. I don't know, that's the Italian name. I think the artist made human face based using different fruits, sometimes vegetables, sometimes other things. But yeah, you might already have seen this somewhere. So what I did was using Blender to quickly make like a base face with random colors. Maybe they are representing like vegetable or fruits, and then I take a screenshot. Okay, this face mold, like the base face mask, is a basic one. You could bring 3D assets like fruits, vegetables into Blender and then just turn it into face. That's possible, but I really like how using AI we can actually just quickly generate all kind of random face based on this image. Okay, like using the image to image, and then with a specified prompt. You might already can see the prompt here. I'm using emoji for the prompt, and this is actually kind of fun, and we can get a result very quickly, like all kind of possibilities. In fact, if you want to see some of my other creations earlier, okay, we have like I'm using pufferfish, crabs, octopus, prawns, and end up with this kind of really weird face. It's like it's kind of horror, but it's okay. It's nearly Halloween, but it's a human face with all kind of combinations. This one is a surreal painting. I'm using emoji, panda, and yeah, we end up with this really surreal imagery environment, but the character and human face is what I'm interested in. So yeah, okay, we get some interesting one. Okay, sometimes, okay, I'm using playground AI. All right, if we prompt it with something and then if it goes too crazy, the API not safe for work safety filters triggered. It doesn't like what we are doing, so something to keep in mind. But anyway, to start with, I think I recommend you to start with a mold, some kind of mold. Okay, file, new, sculpting. We can start with sculpting mode in Blender and just create like a random face, human face of some sort. So I'm just gonna hit tilde and go to the front view, and if it's gonna be random and it's gonna be like just like a random sculpt, right? You want to have like a symmetry, maybe enable symmetry, and then control the radius, and then just create like a base face mesh. It could be anything. You can use reference of your own face, your friend, or any kind of face. It can be animal face. It can be as crazy as you want, so by default. And if you go zoom out, you can kind of reshape it a little bit faster. I'm working from different side. Let me save very quickly, just like a head. And then you can use draw and start drawing. Right click if you're using mouse, you can change the radius, and then yeah, control. You can have face with multiple eyes. Okay, for now just keep it simple. if you're you can be like a beginner 3D artist, or you're not a 3D artist, you just want to make something interesting using AI and Blender. Yeah, just make like something that looks like a face, like eyes, nose, and mouth. I'm holding control if I want to push the mold. If you seeing this like, oh, it's faceted, just go out of the sculpt. Let's save this very quickly. I'm using Blender 3.3. Okay, I need to go back to the 3D view. Maybe I'll create the normal layout, shade smooth, and then go back to sculpting. Okay, now it's a little bit better. Gonna make like a hideous face, maybe like Shrek. This is just pulling out the ears. If you want to add antenna, you can create anything, just a basic sculpt mold. You can do this using your iPad if you have an iPad with a Nomad Sculpt. That's also work. There's also Nomad version of Nomad Sculpt on the web that you cannot save, but you can actually just sculpt whatever. Okay, it's gonna be pretty weird and ugly. That's okay, you know. It's the base mesh. It's just the base mesh, and if I want to change, I want to enable dynamic topology. If you want to get into details very quickly, we can start adding details. If you enable dynamic topology, it's gonna change the topology, and if you get closer, you can add more details like tongue and teeth. Maybe gonna make like a funny looking ogre. Yeah, because you can zoom closer and it's gonna change the topology and it's gonna make more details around this area. Okay, I'm not making eyeballs for this character. I'm just gonna sculpt it. You can put like a real like spherical objects, but that's a little bit too advanced for most people, I guess. But you can try. Okay, I'm making eyebrows and I don't know, some kind of ear details. The lips can have a little bit more details. Doesn't need to be perfect. Okay, the eyes looking weird for now. So anyway, yeah, if you're happy with this, let's actually switch back to the default layout. I think the layout the layout is missing something. I need to restart Blender. Maybe because I'm using Blender and also using all this. I have a lot of apps running in the background, including Diffusion B. This one is generating environment. Okay, lots of things happening. File, save as. With the proper layout, you can see we can switch to 3D viewport, and we can switch to object mode, shade smooth this guy, and add cavity, shadow, things like that. And then I will switch to vertex paint, and I can start painting. Yeah, this is actually pretty fun. Okay, vertex paint, you don't need to worry about UV or material or image mapping. You just start painting. Okay, this is vertex paint, and you can actually blur it, things like that. We want to use AI to kind of add details for our characters. So for our creations here, think of different kind of fruits and vegetable. carrots, apple, grapes, and then just think of those colors and then just apply it into your characters. And somehow, magically, we're gonna transfer this into AI and let AI do the job for us. Okay, you can go really crazy, but it's just like, but basically like defining the areas for AI to do its job. And we're not gonna do the back part, but just in case. Yeah, I'm already like giving like a random color, but painting it manually is really quite something. For 3D therapy, I mean, you can use AI prompting all kind of random words and then let AI make something. But however, if you're doing it like a manual 3D sculpting and painting, this is like in a way give you like a satisfactions. It's unusual that you're probably, I don't know, it's there must be like a term for it. If you're making art with your own hands, it's gonna be more humans and it's gonna be more satisfying for you. This is probably the weirdest, ugliest creations, but this is you know, even this ugly looking creation is still something. It can be something that you keep working on. Yeah, I just switched to attributes because now it's using the vertex color. And yeah, from these creations, if we want to use matcap, you can. With a matcap, we're gonna have like reflections and a little bit of subdivision surface, or actually SSS, subsurface scattering effects. What I want to do is just take a screenshot. You can do a proper render if you want to do so with the proper lighting. Maybe that's better. I need to show it to you anyway. So I created a material. I jump to shader mode, color, attributes. We have color being generated because we were using the vertex color. Now, if you really want this, yeah, just add lighting. More or less a better lighting than this. If you want to add specularity and subsurface scattering, this might affect our result. Just gonna take a screenshot back to this guy, replace our image to image. Let's go to list, desktop. Yeah. I hit generate. I just click on generate. With the image strength, I make it 50% because any lower than this, Playground AI will start complaining that we are trying to create like really weird and not safe for work artwork. Okay, we're getting something. It's not perfect, but let's try reducing this a little bit. Hyper-realistic surrealism face. We can specify human face made of random fruits. Oh yeah, we forgot something. Giuseppe. This is the keywords. Oh yeah, the safety filter also being triggered by Playground AI, which is kind of sad that it happens all the times. Yeah, this is actually what I was expecting. Delicate details. It might complain. I'm I have a feeling it's gonna complain. But look at this result, okay? Yeah, it complains. Too bad. I'll try 47% and reduce the prompt guidance and then just let it do the job again. Delicate details will give you really interesting details. So with if you want to do like a texture projections kind of thing, you probably can. So it's doing it for us. Random fruits with a bit of flower, maybe strawberry. Control Command Space on a Mac. This is how we do it. Strawberry. What else? What else did we miss? Okay, carrot. All the good fruits with a, maybe we don't need flower for now. Reduce this a little bit. We can you can actually use in painting mask and then change the background as well, but for now I just gonna focus on the face. Normally it will take the silhouette and then just keep making random human face. You can increase the quality and increase the guidance. Hit generate once again. So yeah, based on these creations in Blender, we can create this concept art, super weird, super surreal, and then we can actually use this and then reproject it maybe into Blender. You can reproject it using texture projecting, 3D texture projection technique. And but anyway, for now it's really we can go nuts with this. It might complain, but hopefully it doesn't complain. I'm reducing my image strength, which means it's gonna be less like our art, but the AI will take over and then it's gonna add things. It's gonna look at our really weird artwork and then turn it into something that's even weirder. Because of this Giuseppe Arcimboldo's arts that has been trained for. Yeah, okay. Now we are starting to get something more interesting. You can click this multiple times and then just let it do a couple of jobs for us. If you like this one, you can save it. Save. This one I like. Why do I like this? Because it keeps the shape while it's generating new shapes. And it looks believable. This one is a little bit just messy. This one is not bad. Some of them will looks like fruits, and we probably need to add potatoes and some other veggies. Not just all fruits, okay? Okay, vegetable. Potato, eggplant, broccoli, spicy, tomato, corn. Let's reduce some of this. Pineapple we don't need. Mango we don't need. Bananas. Let's do it again. And I also I was experimenting with the different filter. With all these different filter, delicate detail is really interesting. It's adding some more keyword for us. Yeah, okay. If you don't want to use Blender, but I recommend you to use Blender and make like a 3D sculpt of yourself or your face, because this is the fun part. Okay, when you send it to AI, this is gonna be the rest of the fun. It's still fun to see all these infinite variations of art being generated by AI. However, remember, your artwork, your original artwork is still something. You could just take photos of, okay, I really like this. You could take photos of your face and really just send it into Playground AI or other website that's doing AI art. But yeah, you can use your own face, and basically it's gonna do like this really weird stable diffusion AI kind of blending whatever prompt you're specifying. Okay, it's gonna get really weird, really weird very quickly. Be careful with this, because it's a surrealism art, and we are dealing with human face. It might trigger something like, you know, like Shrek face. Look at this one, is so weird. I prefer the one that's okay. It's a little bit better. I prefer the one that's not too crazy. Let's try delicate details. Delicate details often triggers the safety API. Lush illuminations probably not. Radiant symmetry. I haven't tried cinematic or masterpiece. Masterpiece also gonna give you a different result. Well, we definitely have like face made of vegetables. Now we are getting some unusual result. Like this one's like alien looking. Not bad, not bad. Huh. Masterpiece. I think it doesn't like the masterpiece one. It's gonna make something that's too realistic and looks a little bit maybe disgusting, or something that's not safe for work, and it's gonna stop the process. So far so good. Prompt guidance, increase the prompt guidance. Increase this. Do it 4 times at a time. Hopefully this one works. Maybe this one's the last one. You can always come back to Blender. Continue with your sculpting, just adding more details. Like if you use the snake hook, maybe enable dynamic topology. Oh, the vertex data will be gone, but that's okay. You have a complete freedom actually with the 3D and sculpting, even though you might be using mouse or stylus. Stylus is a little bit better, but ultimately if you're using like a VR tool, is really something that I still haven't got access to it. But if you have VR tools and you are able to sculpt things faster, if you're able to sculpt in 3D space and then just adding materials, and that's a little bit more realistic, that's gonna be more interesting, I'm sure. Easier for sculpting because it feels more natural, because it's 3D. I haven't got access to it. Oh, what I'm trying to do, inflate. Yeah, just make a different shape. Grab, that's what I want. Gonna change the design a little bit. Still gonna look like Shrek. Okay, yeah, it's a little bit meshier than before, but still we have something we can work with. Vertex pane, right click, change the radius. Remember vegetable, carrot, things like that. The more random the better. Just make like color just keep the fruits in mind. Okay, madcap. I like this one. It's okay. Take a screenshot. I mean, you can use this. That's okay. Delete this. This is the latest screenshot. Let's use lush illuminations and generate. Okay, thanks to Giuseppe Arcimboldo arts, we can make hyper-realistic surreal arts of human face made of random fruits. Emoji, strawberry, carrot, potatoes. Yep, this is what I'm talking about. It's a bit crazy. Doesn't need to be human face. Actually, you can remove human face, and then if you want to go nuts, I want to keep this fruit's name. Okay, fruit's name is fruit is cool. Why don't we try? It might gonna complain. Seafood. Ah yeah. Crabs, octopus, sushi. You're gonna make sushi face. Okay. Cool. It's gonna complain. I have a feeling it's gonna complain, but with the image strings closer to our original image, it might bypass the not safe for work filter, maybe, and then reduce the prompt guidance. Okay, it's actually better. Seafood, because it's okay. We are really familiar with fruits, but seafood is really quite something. I'm gonna click generate a couple of times. Let's observe this artwork that we just created. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. This is definitely what I was trying to create with sushi, with crabs. Yeah, so the 3D therapy seems to be working fine. If you're happy, just hit generate. This image is not gonna be private. It's gonna be sent publicly to Playground AI Gallery. People are gonna be surprised by this one. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty happy with this. So just gonna hit generate a couple of times. But that's basically the whole process. So yeah, if you learn like a proper 3D painting, yes, that's cool. But if you want to make like quick concept art before that, or you just want to make a visual, because this one looks finished, right? I mean, some of these, if you upscale it, it looks like real 3D, and then you can print it out. It still has some of your handworks, you know, like hand sculpting and painting using. I see I can download this. If you use this as concept art and then go back to Blender, you know, it's why not? Why don't? This is like a method to create crazy surreal art. But anyway, hopefully you find this interesting. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.